a game between Aurobindo Aksc and Aruti Aces. The Super 6 game of Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup 2026, the premier private franchise tournament held every year. And Aurobindo Aga having started the innings bowling with left arm spinner, the national team captain of under 19 and the vice captain of the senior team, Aksc. Bowling to Asif Butt. A very hot day in Leaders Ground. The tournament has given a mixed pitch for the batters and the bowlers, offering the first week offering a lot for the bowlers. The second week onwards, it's been fairly dual between the two. At the end of the first over, Aruti Aces 3 for none in 1 over. A very nice tight over from Laksh opening up. Along with me, I've got Vipin Abraham, who is also part of the organizing committee. Aurobindo Aga Captain Harshit Chauhan taking his run up. Aurobindo Aga this time being led by a young captain, having their key batsman coming back who had gone for his professional work. Ali Fentu taking a single of his legs. Aurobindo Aga Aurobindo Aksc obviously has vast experience in the team. The captain Harshid Chauhan, who has played for the national team. Riziki Kisato having played for the national team. Drumit, Laksh, Abik. So a number of players who've already played for the national team. A bit of a fumble from Drumit Mehta, allowing a quick single for Aruti Aces. A beautiful shot with Jumaina. Oh, absolute lined off a fielding by Jumaina Masquata. Keeping it just to 2 runs. For the fifth delivery of the second over, Harshid Chauhan. Aruti is not having any boundaries yet in the first 11 balls, but they've been taking runs off every ball in this over. For the last ball of this over, Harshid Chauhan. Oh, that's a nick. Well over Lijo. Runs away for a 4. Certainly unlucky. Harshid Chauhan signaling to Lijo that he should have tried it. But I think the ball went a little too fast. With that, 13 for 2, 13 for nil in... Not nil. That shows that I've been watching a lot of FIFA World Cup. 13 for 0 in 2 overs. Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup brought to you by Colorflex, Jizu, Mapito, Safaris, Tosil, DP World, Arab Motors, Flashnet, Aruti, Aurobindo, Alliance Insurance, KX Intech, Unique Financial Services, Pigabat, Aces, Pepsi, Ras Logistics, Petrofuel, Mohammedi Builders, and Novum Energy. Laksh, there's Shah coming in for the third over, a change. The first ball goes for a 4. I don't think it was ideal with Laksh having bowled a fine over of just 3 runs. But the captain deciding otherwise in replacing Laksh with Laksh being replaced by Daya Shah. Nicely clipped off his hips for a single. With me, I've got Ursulan Premji.
Hi Ashish. Good start for Aces. Loud appeal, turned down by the umpire. What do you think a good score on this wicket is?
Unfortunately, I've been traveling. I've not been following a lot of the games, but I think anything over 160 could be very competitive, especially with Aruti Aces having a good bowling lineup. And obviously they bet deep with the likes of Yunusi and Abhishek Kumar, who's just recently scored a century in the national team preparation game, so he's obviously in fine touch. What do you make of Harshid's decision to change Laksh, who gave a fine over up front, just giving 3 runs?
I think he's thinking of the remaining bowlers as well, and maybe saving his overs for them. But as we see that there is a beautiful shot from Asif, but a little over pitched and smashed back past the bowler. So yeah, as I was saying, Ashish, according to me, I think he might bowl one more in the power play. Let's see how it goes from here on. But it's a good start for Aces. Exactly what they needed.
Charging down the field to the Shah, Asif Butt. A bit of a fumble. And a miscommunication in the run. Hesitation, but completing it without any damages. That brings the third over end at 23 for 0 in 3 overs by Aruti Aces. Ali Hassan Fentu having scored 10 of 8 and Asif Bhatt 13 of 10. I can see a change of ends by Harshid. Is this a decision to go for stopping the runs that have started flowing from Harshid Aslan?
I think it's more of a wicket-taking option. You know that these two are pretty good players of quick bowling, and maybe a bit of change of pace might trouble them if there's anything on in the surface for him. I think it's more to do with getting one wicket here, getting into the middle order as early as possible, as it happened in the previous game. Early wickets always a key in T20 cricket, I feel.
Obviously, in Harshid's absence, Drumit has been leading the team. And by the look of what's going on in the field right now, looks like, oh, there you go, an appeal that has been brought in for the third umpire. A stumping appeal by Aga Khan, and umpire Ashish Kamania bringing it to the third umpire for review. Aslan, as you said, Harshid Drumit bringing in Laksh. Laksh coming in.
This camera, right?
That side.
If you're just joining us, we are currently waiting for the third umpire's decision for a stumping appeal by Aurobindo Aga Khan. Laksh changing ends and looping in one where Asif Bhatt came down the pitch, trying to heave one over the bowler's head for a six. However, having been reviewed, Ashish Kamania raises his finger. A bit of a confusion out there, but obviously Asif Bhatt has to walk. The appeal has been successfully given. Laksh taking the first wicket. A bit of a conversation between Asif Bhatt and Ashid, but was clearly out. With that comes in Barak Aliza, who's also represented the Tanzania under 19. A fine talent growing. Two youngsters in the field for aces at the moment. Asif Bhatt, who tried to take the charge on but missed the ball totally for a very simple stumping. A respected ball, well played by Baraka. Aslan, as you see, this is one of the few teams who've actually entrusted the youngsters in such a big tournament. It's obviously good to see, but then you can probably see the pressure also gets to them with what Baraka just tried to do there. It was absolutely not necessary for that shot to be played, but giving Laksh his second wicket, clean bowled, middle stump being uprooted.
Yeah, exactly. You're right there, Ashish. There are quite a few youngsters in Aces, but quite all capable youngsters, and it's really nice to see them going in the right direction with the youngsters. But of course, sometimes in pressure games like this Super Six big game, pressure gets onto them. That's a rash shot by Baraka and gives AK the second wicket. As we were discussing, Ashish, wickets in the T20 format in the power play are very important. And as we said, Laksh back into the attack and 2 wickets. So a great move again by the captain Harshit Chauhan, bringing back Laksh in at the right time and picking up his second wicket. So after a good start for Aces, losing a couple of wickets in the same over, exactly what they didn't want. The new batsman in now is the captain Abhishek, a man in form. Got a 50 recently, and as Ashish said, he had 100 as well in the trial game, and he's been in great form from here. So it'll be important how he goes on from here.
Abhishek, a key player for Aces. He's got the capability of taking on the game to any bowling attack. Is an important wicket for both the teams, for Aces themselves and for Aga Khan. Laksh coming in for his fifth ball, having taken 2 in this over. An inside edge onto the pads. A soft appeal by the Aga Khan boys. It's been a fine over by Laksh so far. 5 balls, 2 wickets, no runs. A double maiden wicket by the youngster Laksh Bakrania. At the end of 4 overs, 23 for 2. Aruti Aces with Abhishek Kumar at the field, the captain, and Ali Hassan Fentu. Aga Khan, Aurobindo Aga Khan, who is highly experienced in this tournament, have continuously and consistently reached the semi-finals and the finals over the years, been the champions of this format in the past as well. How much do you think that plays on when you're playing a younger side like Aces?
That's a good, valid point, Ashish. You make Aga Khan being champions and qualifying most of the time to the playoffs. It brings a lot of experience and how to they've dealt with a lot of pressure games, and that experience definitely works for them against a younger side who's now building their futures. And as we see, Shivraj is now into the attack, and I really like this move. It shows how aggressive and attacking the captaincy is from Aga Khan captain today, looking for wickets. He knows 1 wicket here can. But that's a beautiful shot from Ali Hassan. Beautiful shot through the covers for 4. Slightly over pitched and creamed through the covers. But still like this move from the captain of Aga Khan, bringing Shivraj in. Still looking for wickets. Knows 1 or 2 more wickets here can really make it difficult for Aces to get to a decent total. What do you make of this move, Ashish?
Rightly said. Obviously, the pitch helping the spinners. A leggy coming in early on. It's always difficult to pick him, and Shivraj obviously comes in fast. Again, an experienced player for this format, especially for this tournament, playing for Aurobindo Aga Khan. It's going to be very important for Fentu to read the ball off the hand, because if he's going to be waiting for the pitch of the ball to play that, he's going to get himself in all sorts of trouble. Obviously, after the 4, Shivraj making a good comeback. Zero 4 0 0. Trying to make that too cute, but at the end of this over, just 4 runs coming off it. 27 for 2. In 5 overs. Looks like Harshid is coming back into the attack. Giving Laksh a break. Aga Khan mixing it around with their bowlers, not letting the batters to settle. This is obviously a good move, especially in today's way of T20, keeping the player and the batsman. A good shot. Laksh keeping it simple, just keeping it to a single there. Harshid, who's been out for 2 games due to work commitments, is back. And obviously a very important player. In his absence, you won 1, you lost 1. But then he is a go-to bowler and an all-rounder for Aga Khan. That's a beautiful ball. Not bending down enough. And having his 2 stumps uprooted and allowing Harshid his aero celebrations.
Yeah, as you said, nice, beautiful bowling from Harshid. Keeping it tight, keeping it on the stumps. Not much width there. And Ali Hassan, who's a very strong player when there's width offered, struggles this time around. It's good tight bowling from Aga Khan so far. They should be the happier side with this power play. And I think the right move again, experienced Harshid bowling the final over of the power play. It's a good start for Aga Khan. Exactly what they need. Wickets throughout the power play. Maybe slightly keeping a bit low there, but slightly unlucky for Ali Hassan there on that occasion. But AK should take that and should be happy with that breakthrough, as they need to keep picking wickets and not let the scoreboard move. So the new batsman in now is Mohamed Yunusi, a very experienced player. Has played for the under-19 Tanzania, the national team for Tanzania. He's walking out in a tough situation now. His side in trouble at 28 for 3 in the final over of the power play. AKSC now in attacking mode now. Got a slip in place as well. Looking for wickets, which is the right way to go about it. Got a sweeper out and a square leg. First ball to Mohamed Yunusi. Oh, that's loud appeal. He's given. He's gone. It's another one in this over. Ace is now 4 down inside the power play.
He's given.
Not the best of starts for Aces. Spider now. Harshid Chauhan on a hat-trick. This is very good bowling from him again. Keeping it tight, stump to stump. Not much width on offer. The umpire there raising his finger. What do you make of this, Ashish?
Absolutely, Aga Khan, Aurobindo Aga Khan, right on top of this. An important Super 6 game for them as well. Unfortunately, the batters are not applying themselves, and at this rate, Abhishek, who's hardly faced any bowls yet, shouldn't have a situation running out of partners at the other end. Coming in is Jumbe, Salum Jumbe. Salun Jumbe, obviously in the mix of things in the national team. Very experienced player who's taken such roles before, such pressure roles before, and done well for his respective teams over his career. The changes have been pretty inspiring by Aga Khan, keeping the bowlers rotated. Apologies, that's actually not. That's not Salam Jumbe. Rashid for his hat-trick ball. Running down leg. Jumbe getting off with a single there. This is going to be a very important stage for aces. Aruti aces, that is. Righty-lefty combination. Both very experienced. And at the same time, they'll have to keep the tempo and build an innings between them. A fine over by Rashid. 2 runs. 2 runs and 2 wickets so far. Last ball of his over coming in. A beautiful shot there. Very well fielded by Riziki. A straight bat shot by Abhishek Kumar. That brings the score to 30 for 4 in 6 overs at the end of the power play. If you're joining us today, the score is 30 for 2, 6 overs with Salam Jumbe and Abhishek Kumar batting. And we welcome you to Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup T20 2026. Proudly brought to you by Jihuzu, Colorflex, Tossil, Mapita Safaris, DP World, Harab Motors, Flashnet, Aruti, Aurobindo, Alliance Insurance, Aksc Intech, Unique Financial Services, Pigabat, Asas, Pepsi, Ras Logistics, Petrofuel, Mohammed Builders, and Naum Energy, amongst many more. Lijo continuing. Apologies. Shivraj continuing his leg spin. It's going to be interesting how Shivraj bowls to Jumbe. Obviously not new to each other. They have played each other in a lot of other games in the past.
It's a good googly by Shivraj. So actually, if I was aces, I would these are the 2 players I would want at the crease for me at this stage. I would say the 2 best players and the most experienced players in this side, I would say, are these 2 for me. I would want them at the crease at this stage. This is also good from Aga Khan though, having the attacking bowlers keep picking up wickets. You know, 1 more wicket at this stage will put aces into trouble. So Shivraj now to Abhishek. That's a beautiful cricket shot. That should go for 4. Oh, that's 4 runs. That's a beautiful cricket shot. Nicely pedaled around the corner for 4. It's a very good play of spin is Abhishek. He loves sweeping and those cheeky little shots. Is very good on that in that area. Now, from this stage, what do you think Aces would be happy at realistically? What would they be looking at? Looking at the wicket, it seems to be playing well so far to me. What do you think is a score that Aces will be really happy with, considering their current situation with 4 down in the power play?
Look, they cannot go into the shell. They still need to be looking at that 160, especially with these 2 batters in there. It would be wrong for them to start recalculating their desired total at this moment. Leaders, anything less than 140 is an easy chase, especially with the size of the ground and the batting power that Aurobindo Aksc possess in their strength. Obviously, they've got great names in their team, great players, Abhik Patwa, Dromit Mehta, who's been in fine form, Harshid himself, Lee Jo, Riziki, who's vastly experienced. So certainly, anything over 160 would still be required. And I wouldn't put it past this Aruti Aces team. Leaders has always favoured the batters generally. And with all the experience they have, having played so many games in their long careers or short careers, majority of them players. So I think it would be competitive to have anything over 160. Again, not sticking to the same plan, very quickly changing the bowling. Riziki Kisato, who's been with Aurobindo Aksc from the time he started playing at club level. So it's going to be one hell of a innings build up from here. And it's important that Aga Khan keep it tight and firm, as they have the grip on this game at the moment.
Definitely right there, Ashish. Right on point. So you need to keep building that pressure in and keep building the dots, not allowing that pressure to be released. And that's a good delivery again when well fielded. This is good from Riziki Kisato. A good start to this over so far. They need to keep building that pressure in, build the dots. It's another dot ball. So nicely played by Jumbe, but straight to the fielder at point. Probably to the best fielder of the side, Abhik Patwa. One of the best, if not the best. This is good from Riziki Kisato. 3 dot balls in the over so far. That's another dot ball. This is good areas from Riziki. Keep building that pressure in, and hopefully for a big shot coming in, it will provide you a wicket. Good areas again. Looking for a quick single, but no, it's not on. Again, a big, really quick at the ball there. This is 5 dot balls. This is really good bowling from Riziki. Pressure on Jumbe, but I'm sure he knows how to handle these situations better than anyone. Last ball of the over, and that's another dot ball. That's a maiden over. Very good from Riziki Kisato. It's a maiden over from him. It's the first of the game. Second of the game, in fact. It's a good, very good start from him. A good first over always gives you confidence, isn't it, Ashish?
Absolutely. 38 for 4 in 8 overs. The projected score at this moment is 95, which will certainly not be enough, despite the bowling attack that Aces possess. Laksh coming in for his third. Riziki, as I said earlier, extremely experienced and bringing all his experience right now. However, it's very important that Jumbe does not go into a shell over here, because that's going to put a lot of pressure onto Abhishek. And a loss of a wicket at this point would be what a Abhik Patwa stopping a certain four over there. Outstanding fielding by the senior most player in the team. Good running between the wickets. That was 2 runs all the way. Jumbe was very slow in his first run, throwing his stuff in disgust, demanding for a third umpire's review. Umpire not interested.
No, they are not aware that we don't have this done, resolved that issue. We didn't communicate. No, we didn't. They didn't communicate. But he could have asked.
A soft signal shown by Ashish Kamania. The umpires are going to be looking at this. This is looking very tight. The umpire looking at it. The soft appeal was given out. Having looked at the footage, we're just waiting for the third umpire to confirm. And there we have the confirmation from the third umpire. A beautiful piece of fielding. The direct hit. Jumbe being run out. Was that important at this point? Or was that not important? However, there was definitely a second run in there. It's a bit of a confusion over here. Umpire is having a chat with the two captains. If you're just joining us, the point of 8.1 overs, aces are sitting at 38 for 4, pending this decision. Abhishek having scored 8 of 9. Jumbe currently on 3 of 10. Petrofuel TCI Caravans Cup T20 2026 brought to you by Colorflex, Jihizu, Mapito Safaris, Tosil, DP World, Harb Motors Limited, Flashnet, Aruti, Aurobindo, Alliance Insurance, KX Intertech, KS Intech, my apologies, Unique Financial Services, Pigabat, Asas, Pepsi, Ras Logistics, Petrofuel, Mohammedi Builders, Nawam Energy, amongst many more. A bit of a descent by the player, but as a rule of the game stand, when the umpire has given out, the player needs to leave the field. This dispute not looking good when it's coming from senior players. Jumbe absolutely livid, having thrown his gloves in disgust. This is not good sportsman spirit by the player. Whatever has happened, the umpire has called it, and such kind of behavior is not right from a senior player. With that comes in Shabad Singh Gill. We rightly said it's a critical point. It's a critical point now, 5 down, and a lot of responsibility lays on the shoulder of the captain. The moment Aruti Aces finding it difficult to score runs off the bat. Such is the stranglehold Aurobindo Aga Khan players have gotten on the players at the moment, certainly on top of this game, and they would love to see this through. A good shot by Abhishek over there. Does he play freely or does he be watchful in how he takes his innings forward?
I would say the way I know Abhishek, he's not going to hold back. He's going to play his shots and play freely. And I think that's the right thing. That's what they need to do at this stage. Just play freely and get as many as they can. And if Abhishek hangs around till the 20th over, I don't think it's going to be too low of a score that Aga Khan will be chasing. He's a very good player, and we know what he can do and what he can do if he bats 20 overs from this stage. I think that's his going to be. I think his goal is going to be to bat 20 overs from here on, but he's not going to hold back and not play shots.
Aslan, obviously the player Salon Jumbe was very disgusted with the decision. What do you make of the break that took place, roughly about taking 5 minutes, and how do you think that impacts the entire entire betting team at the moment?
So I would say, yes, the umpire did give it out on field. We didn't have the best visual. They didn't have the third umpire. Definitely didn't have the best visuals for the incident. But yes, it took away a lot of time, around 5 minutes, which definitely would cost any side who's ahead on momentum. Whoever has the momentum will definitely not be happy about that. It did quite take away quite a bit of time. It's another chance of a run out, but no, it's easy couple of runs at the end. So not the best process, but I definitely think we did waste quite a bit of time there looking at that replay again and again. We didn't have the best of visuals for that, but yeah, at the end of the day, the decision was made. Not the best of reactions as well, but yeah, the umpires will take it on from there and see where we go from there.
With that, Aruti is sitting at 47 for 5. Abhishek starting to play some shots now. Aga Khan have been very sharp on the field. They've been running on to every ball that's being hit, showing the absolute intent of the fielding side. A deft touch, not running away for a 4, but 2 valuable runs. With the 10th over being bowled, obviously they still have a ball keeping low there. Shabaj a bit concerned there, but no damage caused. Playing it late. Do you mind keeping it down to 1? Abhishek with a sweep there, just getting a single. The end of the over, 7 runs coming off it. Aruti Ace is 51 for 5 at the halfway stage of the innings. A projected SPAR score of 102 at this moment. We still have Dev Mandania, Alim Pekka, Kibwana Salum, and Abdul Ramadan to come in for bat. A water break called by the umpires. And with that, myself and the co-commentator will take a break and we'll be seeing you at the resumption of this innings. Resume after the water break. Shivraj coming in for his third. Bowling to Shabaj. Nicely played, late cut for a 4. The 11th over starting with a 4. This time straight to the fielder, to the safest hands in the field, Abik Patwa. It's 56 for 5 at the halfway of the 11th over. Shivraj coming for his 4th ball. Abhishek and Shivraj playing quite smartly, taking advantage of any loose ball and ensuring singles wherever they can, keeping the dot balls to the minimum at the moment. Well fielded by Lijo. The last ball of his third over. His second spell, Shivraj. Still having to take a wicket. 6 runs coming off that. At the end of the 12th over, it's 57 for 5. Abhishek batting at 23 of 21 and Shabaj 4 of 4. Daisha coming in for his second over. It's quite expensive in his first over. Flicked off his iPad for a single to start with. Daisha giving away 10 runs in the first over. At what point does Abhishek really go for it? That was absolutely a loose ball by Daisha. Punished rightfully for a 4. Aga Khan still on the top. And sure, they should keep their grip on the game. Drumith having a quick chat with Daisha. Ball going over the fence into the next building. Empire is looking for a similar ball. should be a single. Teisha. A beautiful ball by Teisha. And that's the 6th wicket down for Aruti Aces. "63 for 6 with that wicket going down. At this point, Aga Khan is firmly in control of this game. Aga Khan, an experienced side in Petrofuel Caravans Cup. Caravans Cup starting 18 years ago, where they started off as a small tournament, and now an outstanding, formidable tournament held by Caravans Cricketing Committee every year. Proudly sponsored by Calaflex, Jihuzu, Mapitos Safaris, Tossil, DP World, Harab Motors, Flashnet, Aruti Aces, Aurobindo, Alliance Insurance, KX Intech, Unique Financial Services, Pigabat, Asas, Pepsi, Ras Logistics, Petrofuel, Momedi Builders, and Nawam Energy, amongst many. Tournament that attracts foreign talent, whereby 2 foreigners are allowed to play for each of the teams. Tournament started off with 8 teams in 2 groups, with the top 3 qualifying for the Super 6 from both the groups. The games have been finely balanced so far. Aurobindo, Aga Khan, having done their homework over the week, bowling in the right areas, and some wrong decision making by the Aruti Aces players, costing them some key wickets. Alimpeka, an experienced national team player, along with Abhishek, the captain, coming down the pitch for a fine shot over covers, showing his class. Laksh into his last over. Finding the gap again for consecutive boundaries by Abhishek, who is now at 37 of 26 bowls. Laksh Bakrania, who had bowled 3 overs, 1 maiden for 9 runs up to now, has given away 8 in the first 2 balls of his 4th over. Well bowled there. Should be a single. Alimpeka, who plays Laksh very regularly in domestic cricket, well as the national team training setup. And Laksh obviously knowing Alimpeka's game inside out. Will he be able to finish it strong with a few wickets in this over? The outfield is fast. Arshan chasing for it, should be able to cut it. Putting in the slide, but going for a third boundary in this over. Laksh given away 13 runs in this over so far, with 2 more deliveries to go. For the last 2 balls of his final over. Not a single dot ball in this over for Laksh Bakrania. A big over of 14 runs. 4 aces, very important runs for them. Appeal, half-hearted appeal, a delayed appeal by the bowler. That's the end of Laksh's 4 overs, completing his quarter for 23 runs, 1 maiden and 2 wickets. With that, Aces is sitting at 79 runs for 6 wickets in 13 overs, whereby their projected score has gone up to 122. Anything below 160 would be a difficult chance for Aruti Aces to control a strong batting lineup of Aurobindo, Aga Khan. Harshid, the captain, bringing himself in. Coming into his 3rd over. Alimpeka, who's an outstanding runner between the wickets, something Abhishek will be enjoying. At this point, it's important for Aruti Aces to not have any dot balls so that they can keep on rotating the scoreboard. Harshid to Abhishek. A direct hit could spell trouble there. And that's a no ball. Judged by Siva Athamani. That's going to be a free hit. And let's see if Abhishek can make the most of it. Or will this be a spot on Yorker? Outstanding shot. An expensive no ball. Going for a 6. The captain not happy with himself. Taking Abhishek to 44 runs in 31 balls, who has been carrying the weight of this inning so far for Aruti Aces. A straight bat shot for a single to Abhik Patwa. The last 10 balls giving away 23 runs. Abhishek and Olimpek are starting to put their mark. Having built a good partnership growing there. Going for a wild heave. Abhishek just looking from the non-strikers and not being able to do anything as his counterparts keep falling at regular intervals. That is Harshit Chauhan's third wicket in 2.4 overs for 22 runs. Aga Khan ensuring that they are not letting Aruti Aces have any hold on building the score. This brings in a growing youngster, Dev Mandania. What is Ashit going to do for his first ball to the youngster? Dev Mandania, a student of Ace's academy, who's known as Future Force. Rashid. The player not ready. Rashid's in a hurry. It's probably going to be a full Yorker right into the stumps. Have a slight bottom of the bat, saving the batter. Otherwise, this would be a second opportunity for a hat-trick for the captain, Arshid Chauhan, who's been bowling very well this game. Slow ball, becoming a very low full toss. Fine over by the captain, Harshid Patwa, leading from the front. Apologies, Harshid Chauhan, the captain. Shivraj coming in for his fourth over now. Abhishek taking control of this innings from here. Slogging Shivraj for a 4. That single brings in a valuable 50 by the captain, Abhishek Kumar, for Aruti Aces. Unaware of his milestone. Quite sure he's not interested in his milestone at the moment with the state of his team. Abhishek having scored 50 of 35 balls. They're facing Shivraj for the first time. A lot of mix-up between the wickets when running for aces this game. Aga Khan have applied themselves very well. From here on, does Abhishek start refusing singles of the last ball? Or does he allow the youngster to build great experience? At the end of the 15th over, Aruti Aces at 93 for 7. That Shivraj coming to an end. 4 overs, 23 runs, 0 wickets. Drumit Mehta, the vice captain, bringing himself into the attack for the 16th over. Abhishek becomes vital for aces for the next 5 overs. A great stop by the bowler of his own bowling. Abhishek looking to apply himself and make his presence felt to the bowler. A bit of a lazy fielding by the fielder there, giving away a 4. It's too close. The boards are too close for a dive for the player. The captain Ashit Chauhan not happy with the effort by the player. Coming down. And that's back-to-back 4s. Taking the score to 101 for 7 in 16.3 overs, with Abhishek not taking any major risks but keeping the pressure on the bowler in this over. At present, the par score is projected at 130, but if Abhishek continues like this, it would certainly be beyond that. Abhishek taking a single. Oh, a snake there. Abhishek was eager for a single there. Abhishek not interested in a single there. Making his intentions very clear. He's the one who's going to take charge of the innings from here on. Aurobindo Aga Khan, for that matter, would like Dev Mandania to remain on the batting crease. They probably do not want to give any singles away and allow him to face as many balls as possible and keep Abhishek away from strike. There is Shah coming in for his third. Well fielded by Dromit Mehta. Looking into the sun, losing that ball, giving away valuable boundary to Abhishek. Abhishek coming down the pitch. It's 2 consecutive fours. Abhishek at 63 in 41 balls. Taking full charge of the innings at the moment. Make that 67 or 42 with that back-to-back boundaries by Abhishek Kumar. Chase on, but definitely the ball's going to win. A proper gap between Abhek and Dromit. 3 consecutive fours in a row. Shah for the 4th. Well bowled. Smartly. Abhishek taking a single off the 5th ball. Dev Mandania, who's been pretty confident through the domestic season, playing for Aruti Aces. $115 for 7 in 17 overs. Dev Mandania 0 of 8, doing a good job giving support to his captain Abhishek Kumar, who is at 72 of 44 balls. With 3 overs to go, Harshad having 1, Riziki having 2, and they having 1. It's going to be interesting how the captain decides to end this innings. Obviously, Drumit coming in for the 18th over. Well bowled and well respected by Abhishek. Straight to the scorers. A flat 6 by Abhishek Kumar. The 6 leading to a change in the field by the captain. Sloppy fielding by Riziki over there, allowing 2 runs and taking Abhishek to 80 runs. Abhishek not interested in a single, keeping Dev Vandania away from the strike as much as possible. Good running by Good running by Dev for 2 over there. Abhishek has called for 2. Trusting the young boy to face Drumit for his Harshad taking the ball for his last over. Can we question the tactics by the captain with Riziki having bowled 2 overs for 7 runs, bringing in a new bowler at a vital time of the game? Drumit being hit for 21 runs in 2 overs. And for the last 15 minutes or so, the momentum has shifted towards Aruti Aces, who are now at 127 for 7 with 2 overs to go. Harshit Chauhan starting with the wild. At the same time, a sloppy fielding by Lijug, allowing a quick single for Abhishek to take advantage of. It's 129 for 7 at the start of the 18th over. Young boy running very well between the wickets. Big marshalled by Abhishek Kumar, a captain. And change in field by Harshit Chauhan. Abhishek's got 11 balls to mark for his 100. Sitting on 86 currently off 51 balls. And that's right at the commentator's box. It takes him to 92. Right. And that's going to be back-to-back sixes, taking Abhishek Kumar to 98 runs off 53 balls. The momentum shifting currently towards Aruti aces, whereby Abhishek has played an outstanding innings. Out of the aces, well placed to go beyond 160 runs, which would be a very competitive score, making it an interesting chase for all our viewers. That's 100 runs from Abhishek Kumar. An outstanding innings where everyone was getting out around him. He kept his composure for a fine captain's knock. His 100 coming in 54 balls. A ramp shot going for a 4. An expensive over by the captain, giving away 22 runs with one more ball to go. Cleverly done. Taking a single of the last ball. And now the captain has a decision to make. Who should be the last bowler? Dhrumit's gone for runs. Day has gone for runs. Looks like Riziki. Oh no, it's not. Looks like it's going to be Daya Shah. This partnership adding 62 runs. Valuable runs scored. Abhishek refusing to take a single. Fresh from his century scored in the preparation game for the national team, marking a consecutive century. And that should be taken by Aksc Bakrania. A fine innings, a captain's innings coming to an end. Abhishek Kumar out for 105 in 56 balls. A lot of international cricket going on. Man's forgetting the names. As we see the slow-mo coming up. A clean take by Aksc and a fine innings by Abhishek Kumar. A recognition fist from Abhik Patwa for the fine innings played by the captain. With 4 balls to go, Kibwana Salum That's going to be a that's an awful miss by Desha. Would have been an easy run out there. That all the time to dislodge the bails. Called for 2. It's good running. Kibwana Salum slapping it hard, but Riziki standing at short covers, taking a full-blooded shot there, stopping a chance of any runs. Aisha coming in for the last ball of the innings for Aruti Aces. A ram shot, not going beyond 30 yards. With that comes the end of the innings at 154 for 8 in 20 overs by Aruti Aces. Marshalled by the captain with a fine century, Abhishek Kumar. The target being 154. With 88 for 7, Aurobindo Aga Khan not applying themselves in the last 7 overs, allowing Aces to run with the runs in the last 7 overs, making a game out of this for all the neutral supporters. We'll be taking a break and see you back in the next 10 minutes. welcome back to our viewers. Aurobindo, Aga Khan chasing 154 to win this game. After the end of a delightful innings by the captain of Aruti Aces, Alimpeka bowling to Drumit Mehta for the start of the chase by Aurobindo, Aksc. Sloppy fielding to start with from the captain. Giving away a single to Drumit. Abik Patwa, extremely experienced.
The ex-captain of Tanzania national team, Abik Patwa on strike, is facing his ex-teammate Ali Kimote. And he opened his innings with a single. One of the most experienced campaigner of the tournament, Ali Kimote, bowling against the stand-in skipper of Aga Khan, Drumit Mehta. That's a good shot, but end up having no runs. Again, a tidy over from Alimpeka and process. Just only 2 runs from first 4 balls for Aga Khan. They were chasing a mammoth total of 156, which requires an explosive start at the top. Again, there is a confusion between the batters, but the fielder was late in responding. Again, a dot ball for Alimpeka. This looks like Drumit Mehta is in good touch. 2 good shots, but both went straight to the fielders, and again a tap towards mid-off. Again a single for Drumit Mehta. And that's end of the first over. After the end of first over, Aurobindo AK is 3 for the loss of no wicket. And another seasoned campaigner, Salum Jumbe, from opening the bowling along with Ali Kumote from the other end.
Jumbe, it's going to be interesting how he comes. It's probably going to be very charged up with the incident of the run out that he faced. Abik having faced only 1 ball so far. Drumit, who's been in fine form. In fact, both the openers have been in fine form for Aurobindo Aksc. A sharp single taken off Alimpeka by Drumit. Vipin, I believe Aga Khan slowed themselves down from the 14th over, having put aces in a very tough situation of 88 for 7. What do you make of the innings played by the captain and how Aga Khan went on with the last 7 overs?
It's true, Ashish. That's a good shot through mid-wicket from Abik Patwa, which earned the first boundary for Aurobindo AK. And that's a favorite shot of Abik. If you can say a flick, glance or whatever it is through mid-wicket. Like what Ashish was saying, from 14th over, through the sloppy fielding, probably bad bowling decisions, they gifted many runs. In fact, they scored close to 400 runs in last 8 odd overs, which is gonna costly for AK. And Abhishek Kumar have put up a splendid performance, 105 runs from 48 balls with 5 sixes, and almost close to 80% of the runs has been scored by that gentleman. And that's a good shot from Abik Patwa through covers. And there was a field change. The skipper is coming to covers for Aruti aces. It's always depend on what Abik does at the top for Aurobindo AK. And the team always depend on his explosive start at the top of the order while chasing mammoth totals. Oh. Another tight single from Abik. It looks like Abik is in fine touch, and his innings will decide the outcome of the match. I hope and believe that Abik should have to match the innings played by his Abhishek Kumar to give a competition. And there was another dot ball for Aruti aces. After the end of 2 overs, the score is 13 for the loss of no wickets. Dalimbeka is back to attack again from the other end. And Aurobindo AK will be looking at scoring 50 to 60 runs in the first power play, which will make them favourites to win the match with the loss of very minimal wickets. And Limbeka from the other end. The first ball went up, and there's a fielder underneath it, and he have dropped it. And as a cricket enthusiast always say, if you drop a bake, you are dropping the game. That was a good bowling setup by Alimpeka by keeping a deep wind wicket. And he bowled according to the plan. Abik went for the glance, and it went straight into the hands of the fielder, but he just spilled it. And there was a change in the fielder. The fielder is like going inside the circle. The other Chan, it's not advisable to play aerial shot at this point of time for Abik. He have been dropped once. And Alimbeka is in good rhythm, bowling on the right channel with the right pace. And that single of the previous ball brings Drumit Mehta into the strike. And that's another dot ball for Aruti Aces. A quick fielding effort from Aruti Aces keeper Abhishek at backward point. Looks look like Aliki Mote is going to have another tidy over from the pavilion end with 2 more balls to go. Again another ball without any runs for Aurobindo Eke. Another tidy over from Ali Kimote. They have just given 6 runs from 11 balls until now, and it's a decent or a top class performance in a power play. That's an outstanding over from Ali Kimote. At the end of third over, Aurobindo Aga Khan is 16 for the loss of no wicket, with Drumit Mehta scoring 3 runs from 11 balls, which is not at all encouraging, followed by Abhik Patba, 13 runs from 7 balls with 2 boundaries. And that brings Jumbe back into the attack from the pavilion end against Abhik Patwa. That was a cracker of a shot through backward point for a boundary from Abhik Patwa, which is his favorite spot. His muscle memory is so good that anything which is shot outside the wicket will fly through covers or through the backward point. It's a dot ball from Jumbe. Jumbe is having an off day today. He was run out while batting, which he is trying to compensate in bowling, but his 8 balls have contributed 14 runs for Aurobindo Eke. That's another cracker of a shot for a single from Abhik, which takes Aga Khan to 20 runs with the loss of no wicket. And there were a few field changes with fielder going towards third man, deep point coming back to the circle, and they have the second fielder at square leg. Drumit is struggling to get the run up. In a T20 game, he should have to be careful with your strike rate. He should have to up the runs to be at par with the chasing targets. Rather, you are putting pressure on your partner. we know the quality of Aksc, and that was a cracking shot from Durmit Mehta to backward point for a boundary, his first boundary after 13 balls today, which is really required from Durmit Mehta. This is really required for Aurobindo AK, and it is good for his confidence also, and it relieves some pressure out of the non-striker. That's a good ball from Jumbe, where Durmit looked for a whack, and that brings the end of fourth over. And after the end of fourth over, AK is 25 for the loss of no wicket. And there comes a bowling change. Aruti Aces is bringing in Kibuanas from the other end instead of Ali Kimote. Kibuana is also a seasoned cricketer who plays for Aruti Aces for many years now. And he is bowling against the most experienced Aksc Patwa with the long on and long off drop back. And he started with a wide ball outside the off stumps. And probably Aruti Aces is trying to make a big hit through the line towards long on or long off. That could be the plot. And that's an thick edge through gully, and that is the third boundary for Aksc Patwa today, since the outfield is very quick. Anything which leaves the fielder is very difficult to get retained. And there is again another change in the field with the mid on coming up, and there was a backward point, deep backward point has been positioned for Aksc Patwa. And that's a cracker of a shot from Aksc Patwa, which is a huge six from Aksc Patwa straight above the side screen. Like what I said earlier, if you drop Aksc, you are dropping the game. And Aruti Aces is now paying the price for dropping Aksc, and that was a cracker of a shot through long off. And in that process, the ball has been lost. Ashish, what do you think? The Aksc innings, what do you think about the Aksc innings until now?
Aksc, an evergreen talent. Never seen the man rather, out of form. 28 of 12, striking at 233. At the moment, these runs are outstandingly valuable to Aurobindo. That should be taken. The ball was there to be hit, coming higher up in the bat, and Alimpeka not making any mistake there. With that, Aga Khan losing their first wicket for 36 runs for a well-played 28 from 13 balls, 4 fours and 1 6 by Aksc Patwa. Petrofuel Caravans Cup T20 2026 brought to you by Colorflex, Jihuzu, Mapito Safaris, Tosil, DP World, Harab Motors Limited, Flashnet, Aruti, Aurobindo, Alliance Insurance, KXN Tech, Unique Financial Services, Pigabet, Asas, Pepsi, Ras Logistics, Petrofuel, Mohammedi Builders, Nuvam Energy, amongst many other sponsors who seem to be growing year on year for this fine tournament hosted by the Caravans Cricket Committee, well into its 18th year of excellence by the Caravans Cricket Club. Coming in now is Lijo. Apologies. Coming in now is Shivraj. Promoted up the order for one down, particularly for his hitting capability, which is required right now. Shiraj, who for the past campaigns of Caravans Cup has been a low order batsman, but ended last year's tournament with some big hits, showing his ability to go over the rope. And that's another chance, but over Alimpeka. Should be easy too there, but Shivraj not interested in a second. All these runs being left out in the field are very important for Aurobindo. What happened? Drumit cannot believe his luck. Hitting it straight back to the bowler, Kibwana. 2 big wickets in the same over. An inspired change by the captain. Coming into bat now is Lijo. A much required partnership now needed for Aurobindo AKC. The momentum created by aces in their batting innings leading into their bowling now. Starts with the wide ball. Abdul Ramadan, another youngster coming through the ranks at Aruti Aces. Fielding a very young side with a beautiful shot by Shivraj for a big 6. Over covers. A fine shot as the fielders could just see it go over their heads. Shivraj making his intentions clear. He's going to go hard at it. He's been sent to keep the momentum going, and he's surely doing that at the moment. Past score 40, but we do not have any chance of rain with clear skies in Dar es Salaam at the Leaders Cricket Ground. Young bowler will be under pressure. Delivers a fine yorker and then looks into the batsman's face, letting him know that he's there to play the game as well. Again, Shivraj not interested after the misfield. Shivraj hits it right past the bowler for a 4, turning out to be a big over for Aurobindo Aksc. 50 runs up within the power play. Ace is following, Aruti Ace is following the same route that Aurobindo Aga Khan took. Keep on changing their bowlers, trying to ensure that the batsman does not get comfortable, but it's been a mixed over. 3 great bowls, but then obviously he was taken over the rope and for a 4 as well in this over. Shivraj currently striking at 240, scoring 12 for 5 runs with 1614. At the end of the power play, Aurobindo Aga Khan is at 50 for 2, needing 105 from the 14 overs with 8 wickets in hand. A victory is going to be important for either of the team in the Super 6, where they play each other on a round-robin format with Caravans, Upanga, Lions and SCC, all in the Super 6 group. Kibwana, after taking 2 wickets, continuing his spell. Vipin, over to you. How important is this partnership for Aurobindo Aksc at the moment?
The partnership is really important for Aurobindo Aksc. Lijo and Shivraj are the 2 overseas imports for Aurobindo Aksc this year. And it's really important for them to keep the scoreboard ticking till 16th or 18th over, and that marks the end of Lijo. He has been caught at long off. The season was not that great for Lijo this year. It was rather a slow ball from Kibwana Saloon. That brings the end of Lijo's innings today, and a successful day for Kibwana Saloom, who took 3 wickets for the loss of 12 runs in his 8 balls, in fact the 9 balls. That brings in Rosicky Kiseto to the crease for Aurobindo AK. In any T20 or in any form of cricket, wickets are always crucial, and AK is losing one by one the wickets. All the top three are back to the pavilion. A big Patwa, Drumit Mehta and Navlijo back to the pavilion. The task in front of Shivraj and Rosicky Kiseto is an Herculean task is in front of them. Rosicky opened his innings with a boundary through backward point. Rosicky is in good touch in this tournament, striking the ball with a lot of confidence, which is a huge positive for Aurobindo AK. And they need a stable and mature innings from Rosicky Kiseto today if they want to win this game. Winning this game is really important for both the teams. Aces have already lost, in fact lost a point last week because of rain, and AK have lost their first game. And with the 4 games remaining, they need to really think of winning every game from here to have a chance to qualify for the finals. And that makes the end of 7th over, and the score is 53 for the loss of 3 wicket, with Shivraj 113 from 7 balls with each boundary and 6 each, followed by Rosicky Kiseto 5 from 2 balls. And there comes another change of bowling from pavilion end. The skipper of Aruti Aces, Mr. Abhishek Kumar, is introducing himself to the attack against Shivraj Shalvaraj. After that impactful century from Abhishek Kumar, which he single-handedly take Aruti Aces score to 154, who scored 105 runs from 58 balls with 13 boundaries and 4 sixes. He's now back with his bowling duties from pavilion end against Shivraj Shalvaraj. With 100 odd runs required from 13 overs with 7 wickets in hand, the match is evenly poised for both the teams. Shivraj keep continuing his positive intent, which is really required for Aurobindo AK to see off the line. That's a massive shot from Shivraj through mid-wicket for a huge 6, which is out of the ground. And Shivraj continues his positive intent and positive attitude to up the runs for Aurobindo AK. He scored 19 runs with 2 huge sixes. And this is the second ball lost in the game. This is the 18th edition of Caravans Cup, which is sponsored by Petrofuel. That's a sensible way of batting, where you are not losing the momentum by taking a single just after a big six. Shows the maturity which Shivraj possesses. With Aurobindo AK needing 92 runs from 12.3 overs with the 7 wickets in hand. Still the match is evenly poised with the innings of Riziki. Will be very crucial for the team to steady the innings, or he should play through the whole 20 overs for the team. Normally that duty was being done by Lijo, and they lost his wicket cheaply for 2 runs. And Abhishek Kumar, the offie. And that's a good shot from Risiki Kizeto towards covers. And I believe the batter should have to be keeping some intent to take extra runs when they have a ball through covers. After the end of 8 overs, the score is 64 for the loss of 3 wickets. Aurobindo AK required 91 runs from 12 overs with 7 wickets in hand in the ongoing 18th edition of Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup, sponsored by Petrofuel, with platinum sponsors who supports the tournament is RAS Logistics, Pepsi, Asas, Pigabet, Unique Financial Services. And the franchisee sponsors are Alliance Insurance, Aurobindo Pharma, Aruti, Flashnet, Harab Motors, DP World, Tosil, Mopito Signature Hotels, Jihuzu, and Colorflex. The first ball of the 8th over, in fact the 9th over, was a boundary from Riziki Kiseto through mid-wicket, followed by a quick single and then chance for a run out, but it's gone pegging down. It's always important to rotate the strike immediately after a boundary or a 6. Will keep pressure on the fielding team and keep the scoreboard ticking, which is always a positive thing to happen, which is required at this moment for Aurobindo AK. And with Shivraj with his positive intent, with 86 runs required from 11.4 overs, the game is still can tilt anyway. Shivraj with a flick through mid-wicket square leg for a single. With Harshit Chauhan yet to come to bat. This game looks evenly poised with Riziki taking a single and a good off drive through covers for Riziki. And Aruti Aces is continuing with the Kibana Saloom. He is bowling his 3rd over, and he have taken 3 wickets. And again another off drive for a double by Shivraj, and Shivraj is taking bulk of the scoring responsibilities at the moment. At the end of 9th over, Aurobindo AKC is 73 for the loss of 3 wickets. They require 82 runs from the remaining 11 overs with the 7 wickets in hand. And they have Shivraj Selvaraj batting on 23 from 13 balls and Risiki Kiseto 12 from 8 balls. And the current partnership is 23 runs from 15 balls. And Abhishek Kumar continuing from pavilion end against Risiki Kiseto. There's a decent delivery from Abhishek Kumar and Riziki, and both the batters have a chat in the middle. Probably the message is to play straight, try and keep the innings moving rather than going for rash shots, and that was a square drive for a beautiful boundary from Riziki Kiseto against Abhishek Kumar. Of late, Riziki is in good touch. He scored a beautiful 35 in the last game against Aruti Aces in the qualifying stage. Unfortunately, that innings got trailed by Abhishek Kumar. Riziki got Riziki has been bowled by Abhishek Kumar for 16 from 11 balls. After loss of 4 wickets, Aurobindo AKC is 77 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in 9.3 overs. They need another 78 runs in 10.3 overs with 6 wickets in hand. And that brings the strategic Pepsi hydration break. It's a Pepsi hydration break.
Riziki clean bowled by Abhishek. In now. Saif Wathmani coming into bat. Pushing in a faster ball. Shivraj reading it well. Pushing it for a single. That's the end of the over. $79 for 4 at the end of the 10th over. Aurobindo Aksc now needs 76 runs in the next 10 overs with 6 wickets in hand. They still have their hard-hitting captain at the back and a very experienced Aishan Jasani still to come through. However, who's not been in great form. But certainly they would be hoping that this too can carry through till the end to win this game. Kibwana coming back to bowl to Shivraj, who's been batting well with intent. Kibwana having gone for 27 runs, but most importantly has picked up the 3 wickets. Firmly hit for a single by Shivraj, who's batting on 25 of 15. Aga Khan having put them in, and that's an easy catch. A dolly by Saif Wathmani, playing on the up. Very disappointed with himself. Aurobindo Aksc sitting at the same score after the fall of 5 wickets. Now coming in is Harshid Chauhan, the captain of Aurobindo Aksc. More and more becoming important for Shivraj to stay till the end now. At one point, Aga Khan was ruling this game at 88 for 7 at the end of the 13th over. But after we saw marvelous innings by Abhishek Kumar coming through into the bowling with that momentum, picking up the key wickets, especially Kibwana picking up the big wickets of Drumit Mehta and Abhik Patwa in quick succession, which put the brakes on the score. Shivraj has been batting very aggressively. The captain, who had a fine outing with the ball, parred the last over that he bowled. It's a big moment for him, big moment for the club. It would be important for them to see this through to ensure that they can win from here. A bit of a loose shot there from Harshid. That's a huge hit. That's going all the way for a 6. Going out of the ground. The fielder did not even bother to run behind. And Shivraj knew it from the moment it lifted his bat. That's a big hit. With that, taking the score to 87 for 5. With Aurobindo AKC needed 68 to win. And Aruti Aces needing to pick up the 5 wickets. Alim Pekka was bowled 2, Salim Jumbe 2, Kibwana finishing his 4, Abdul Rahman bowling 1, Abhishek now coming in to bowl his 3rd over. It would be very important for Harshid and Shivraj to play this calculated. This game is still in the hands of Aga Khan, Aurobindo Aga Khan. But they have to ensure they do not continue losing wickets at key intervals of the game. Good try by the fielder. The batter is putting pressure on the fielders. Calling for 2. Harshit Chauhan trying to avoid the collision which almost caused the run out, which would have a quick eye contact from the 2 batsmen, understanding the situation they are in, wanting to take no unnecessary risks. Batsmen sink off Abhishek's overs respectfully. At the end of the 12th over, Aurobindo Aksc 92 for 5, needing 63 runs from the next 8 overs. Shivraj coming in, new bowler introduced, the key stage of the game. Another foreigner. The actual match ball coming back. Does Rashid go for big shots, or does he play to the situation of the game? One of the finest hitters of the ball in Tanzania at the moment, an ever dependable all-rounder for Aurobindo Aksc, who has represented Tanzania at under 19 and the senior team over the years. That came onto him a touch quicker than he expected. Not getting the power in the swing, just hitting it for a single. A bit of hesitation there, but completing the run without any casualties. A wild swing and a miss. Going for a slog sweep. That should be another 6 out of the ground. The same ball that was given back by the umpire should be returned, as the ball has gone out, or this time coming back faster than we expected. A clean hit by Shivraj, who has shown no signs of slowing down for his 39 in 22 balls. That's a slog for a 4, taking the runs to 105 at the end of 13 overs, needing 50 in the next 7 overs. Bringing the rate down to 7.1. Mohammad Yunusi, medium pacer, being brought into the attack. Rashid has faced him many a times in domestic cricket. At this stage, it's very important for this partnership to continue developing. Who've added 25 runs in the last 2.5 overs. With majority of hits coming from Shivraj's bat, and Harshid content to play the supporting role at the moment. Standing dip in his. It should be taken. Oh, misjudged. Aces have been a bit sloppy with their fielding. That was an easy catch. Misjudged and lost it in the sun. Aurobindo SC on Nelson for 5. And a flat 6, bringing up his 50 in 25 balls. He's playing a fine innings and putting the pressure right back on the Aces bowlers. He raised. Shivraj will not be content with just the 50. He would like to take his team home from here, having played so well. Some sloppy fielding once again. There should have never been 2. Abdul taking his eyes off the ball. With 3 balls to go, Harshid would be, or Shivraj will be looking to attack further. Sharp fielding by Abhishek. Dot balls is what Aurobindo does not want, and that is exactly what Aruti Aces will be trying to get over the next 6 overs. Full toss, picked up off his thighs, pushing for a second. Again giving away easy singles. There were no 2 runs over there. A small change in the field after consecutive sloppy fielding. .34 required of 37 balls. Smartly played by Shivraj, keeping the strike. Needing 33 from the next 6 overs. Shivraj, who's been scoring at 200, a strike rate of 200, heaved 5 sixes, 3 fours in his 58 of 29 balls. Abhishek going back to his trusted lieutenant, Alimpeka. In the key phase of this game, Aga Khan were finally poised to win it from here, barring loss of wickets. Shivraj taking his mark. Alimpeka, who's known to deliver slow balls, starts off with the slow ball. Is known for this over the years, but that's given us a while. The bowler not too happy. As I say, the line belongs to the umpire. That should be easy too there. Fielders right out in the deep. No one in the 30-yard circle. So easy two there every time. Shivraj rotates it with his soft wrists. Another wide ball. Not getting his rhythm with the slow balls at the moment. 29 needed of 35 balls. Aruti Aces desperately need a wicket right now. That's a hit. With the outfield, that's going to run away for another 4. Make that 25 needed of the next 34 balls. Shivraj now on to 64. Not showing any signs of slowing down. He really wants to take this home fast and quick. Get whatever valuable net run rate that they can. An easy single there. Rishit Chauhan, who loves going big, has been very sensible for his 8 runs from 9 balls, just rotating the strike and allowing Shivraj to apply himself. Having to run of his own bowling. We've had a number of duels between these two teams in the past. Majority of the games going to the wire. Both teams having a heritage of success throughout their span as their individual clubs. It's firmly hit, and that should be a single. It's all but Aurobindo Aga Khan's game to lose from here. Needing another 22 runs from 31 balls. 22 from the next 31 balls to see this through. Flicked off his legs for a single again. At the end of 15 overs, Aurobindo AKC 134 for 5 with Shivraj on 66 of 33, Harshid on 10 of 11, now needing 21 runs to win from the next 5 overs. Harshit just decided to play it in singles right now. There's no point of pushing and attacking unnecessary right now. Don't want to lose any wickets at this point. While singles can take you home, you'll get an odd boundary here and there. Dealing in singles right now. Shivraj, who looks exhausted from the innings, is just batted, ensuring his team goes through, winning this game. Abhishek into his 4th over with the last. Again, should be a single. The body language of the Aruti Aces team pretty much sums up the situation they are in right now. They're going back to Olimpeka. With Aga Khan seemingly not in a losing position from here now, needing just 16 of the next 4 overs. This partnership having added a valuable (59 runs in 5.5 overs. So striking it well. Again, Harshid realizing there's no need of any rash shots. 15 needed. When singles can see you through, there's no point of trying and doing anything flamboyant. Putting in the dive in Wayne, going for a 4, and the total of 155 needed to win is coming in thick and fast for Aurobindo AKC. Shivraj leading the charge at 72 runs, having scored 5 4s and 5 6s. Aces have worked hard from 88 for 7 to bring up a score of 154 in the 20 overs. Definitely needed more than 160 At the rate Aga Khan is going, they probably needed more than 180 to make a game out of this. Now needing 9 runs of 20 balls. Having the game in the pocket, Harshit Chauhan finally goes on for a big one. Victory now in the hands of Aga Khan, Aurobindo Aga Khan. Shivraj playing a blinder of an innings. From 80 for 5. "71 runs partnership between Shivraj and the skipper. Harshid wanting to ensure this game is finished without losing any further wickets. 4 runs needed to win. 4 runs from the next 18 balls. Needing 4 runs. Will Shivraj go for a big hit? Going to be a single. Now down to 3 runs needed from 17 balls. Instructions from the Aurobindo dugout is to go and finish this game. One hit away from victory. Slumming it back down for another single. It should be taken. A little too late. Going on for a glory finish. Having played a fine innings, Shivraj. Harshid is not happy. We wanted Shivraj to carry his bat through with 2 runs left to win. Shujit, Super 6 has already been played, or this is first game? No, 3 matches gone. 3 matches. Caravans is wash out. No, they lost. The other 2 matches wash out. So this is the second round of the Super 6. Aga Khan, having lost the first to Caravans, needed this points much more, which will take them to 2 points. Aces having their games washed out last week due to rain. Wide ball. Cold now needing a single run to win. And the dugout's very happy with the performance. Easily done by Arshan Jasani. That brings an end to this fine innings by Aga Khan, led by Shivraj. Aga Khan, who has been outstanding in the main phases of the game in this T20, taking 2 points home, closing off the game for today. Signing off. We shall be seeing you tomorrow for 3 games for the Super 6 back at the gym at the Leaders Cricket Ground for Petrofuel TCA Caravans T20 Cup 2026. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thanks, Abhishek. That one. In return, AK chased down the target in 17.4 overs for the loss of 6 wickets. Again, another brilliant response from Selvaraj Shivaraj, who scored 74 from 39 balls with 5 boundaries and 5 huge sixes, which made the match an one-side affair for Aurobindo AKAC. Before moving on to the final award presentation, I would like to inform you about the Caravans Beyond Boundaries Run for Learning initiative in collaboration with Lions Club of Dar es Salaam. The Lions Club of Dar es Salaam, which is called Incredibles Sky and Host, together with Caravans, will be contributing school education kit for every 100 runs scored in the match. So, we will be donating 8 full kits for every 100 runs, which means today's game contributed 16 such study school kits for kids. I request the captains of the team, Mr. Aksc Chauhan and Mr. Abhishek Kumar, to come forward and display the Caravans Beyond Boundaries Run for Learning initiative collaboration. Now we move on to the individual awards. The first award is Mohammadi Builders Dot Wizard, who bowled the most number of dot balls during the course of the match. And to present this award, I would like to invite Ms. Praise from Aruti Tanzania Limited. Ms. Praise from Aruti Tanzania Limited to present the award who bowled the most number of dot balls in the game. There are 2 bowlers who bowl the same number of overs, give away the same number of runs, same run rate. And the edge is that he took 3 wickets for the team. Lex Bakrania from Aurobindo AKAC, who bowled 13 dot balls during the course of the game. They will be getting a cash award of Tanzanian shillings 25,000, sponsored by Mohammadi Builders. The next award is DP World Power Heater. And it's an unanimous choice today. And I would like to invite Ms. Mary Paul from Aruti Tanzania Limited to present the DP World Power Heater Award for 5 towering sixes on a winning course by Selvaraj. Thanks, Ms. Mary, and well done, Mr. Shivraj. And now we move on to the final award of the day, the Ras Logistics Player of the Match. Again, it's for Selvaraj Shivraj for his 76 winning calls, and I request Ms. Mary Jacqueline from Aruti Tanzania Limited to give the Ras Logistics Player of the Game to Selvaraj Shivraj. He will be getting a cash award of 50,000 Tanzanian shillings and the Man of the Match trophy. Please give a round of applause for his 74 runs from 39 balls. Thanks, Ms. Mary Jacqueline. And that's the presentation for today. There will be 3 matches played tomorrow in Super 6, with all the teams playing 1 game each. starting at 8, 11 and 3 o'clock. We request everyone to come and witness a great day of cricket. Thank you.